Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in this great, round, wonderful world. This is Hedgin Lee with a morning update for Bitcoin. All right, I am back in my own office with my own Wi-Fi, high-speed Wi-Fi. I apologize for not having the video. For example, like yesterday, it's just not possible or practical to try and upload a video on a Wi-Fi that is slow and very, very slow. So here it is, and I shouldn't be going somewhere for a little while again, so at least the video analysis will not be interrupted. Here is Bitcoin, and I've been showing this ascending rate triangle now for a few days, and it speaks a lot to a consolidation process that would provide not only the little bit of time extension, and I'm thinking if it goes this way, it'll probably go until maybe end of April to around here, because apex of this triangle, an ascending right triangle, has a horizontal line, and this horizontal region is at around 11,800, and that 11,800 zone is significant because it hit it once, twice, three times, and each time it got knocked down, repelled. Now, this line so far has been acting as support in this region. It is imperative that this support not be breached downwards decisively. Because if it does, then we have that alternate scenario that I've been telling you about also, where we can get to 6,400, 6,500, the line of angled trend line support. So this line of support for the ascending right triangle has to hold. And if it is correct, we should see a further bounce from here. And probably it'll go to 11,800 or 900 and bounce again. But triangle as being a triangle in a contracting line, the next drop or repel won't be very high, very low. It'll probably be around 10,800. So about $1,000. And then finally a breach. If you look at volume, and this is a daily chart, if you look at volume, volume should decrease, continue decreasing into it. The volume should continue decreasing. Now, the time factor will mean, like I said, will go well into end of April, March, and then into April, end of April. If it decides, it could break out here. It could go up. Instead of getting repelled, it can break out here. Let me draw that again. And if it does break out here, then the timing will be end of March or very early April or so. Now, regarding this line of support, since there's really two touch points, it has some flexibility to be moved a little bit, depending on how the micro movements of the final prices occur before it hopefully rises towards 11,800, the horizontal line zone. Here's that other scenario I've been talking about, the bear flag scenario. This line of support, which by the way is the same as this line of support for the triangle. This line of support has to hold. Because if it doesn't hold, this is the scenario you're looking at. If it doesn't hold, you're looking at 6,500. Because that is a region where this line of support resides. Now, as back here, I said if it keeps going here, if it keeps going down, I had said around 3,900 or so. But time has elapsed. And these two lines of support are inclining as time elapses. So if this has happened, but not until May, it'll be 6,700. Or second line of support will be 4,400. You have to just consider the time elapse. All right, let's look at the short term overnight price action. What happened? In the late midday update yesterday, and I figured that was good enough also to serve as a evening update, and pretty much did. I had said if we're looking at a trend reversal, then we should be seeing the white 1, 2, and over just 3, 4, and 5 higher and higher. This looked exciting because it looked to be moving in a very 1, 2, 3, 4 impulsive manner. So this could have been 1, 2, and this is being counted as 1 of 3, 2 of 3, which is currently working on. This is the most bullish scenario that I can come up with. And if we're on the ABC, either it is done correcting, and this is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or there's one more AB, one more lower low, potentially. So we'll leave this as it is for now, but bear in mind that this whole thing is being counted as from the very low of the 59.31 low back in February. This here, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 occurred. And from this, we're saying there's an ABC correction. That is still my primary count. That hasn't changed. So if this A, B, and C correction is complete, then we need to see some real serious action of making a high above the B, which stands at 11,678. All right, let's take another look at the longer term perspective, because not losing sight of this is a very good way to not get lost in a myopic confusion just by just looking at the short term. So if this is, we know now that if this is 1, 2, 3, it'll be very, very bullish. Now we can also see it as a perspective of A is this B, and we can be looking at C. That potential has to be in your awareness, and I've already shown this. For those of you who haven't been watching consistently the updates that I've given, yes, this has been shared, I believe, last week. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, at least in the morning ones, take you through the whole short, midterm, and long-term perspective with the alternates, so that there'll be less confusion and greater awareness. Now, if this is it, okay, we're already into that progress. However, this B could be not yet finished, where you're looking at A, A, B, C, maybe a lower low, B, and C as that potential. I keep forgetting to put my degree of trends. This is something that I've been thinking about for a little while. We could be in an ABC. And if this is the case, what do you do up here? If we hit 14, 15,000 or so, what do you do? If you see this, you take some off the table. If you have zero cash as part of, if I had zero cash as part of my portfolio, this is when I would be raising some cash. Why do I want to raise some cash? You can then deploy it here for a buyback when everyone's freaking out and panic selling and blood is in the street if this happens. Just like here when I posted my exact laddered entry, that's when you deploy your cash. I deployed cash here, here, thinking this was a triangle initially, here, and here in this region. I had 1, 2, 3, 4 ladder zones. And you might be thinking, well, gee, why don't you just wait until here? Yeah, great. Good idea. If you've got a crystal ball. So I very frugally and incrementally laddered my entry in, added positions using my cash. If we go here and I see the every indication of an ABC, then I'm going to raise some more cash here. Because if we are here, just about every laddered zone will be profitable. And about here, it was mostly profitable anyways, overall. And here, I'm going to do the same thing. Try to look for the bottom. Identify the prospective bottoms. And quite often, you don't always get the right bottom the first time. So you have to go, is it here? It might be here. Oh, no, that's too short. Okay, maybe this is a triangle. No, that's not there. based on probability. It broke through the triangle. All right, this could be an A, B, C. I'm going to do another cast ladder here. It didn't work. That was not correct. All right, no worries. I got plenty of cash. I'm going to do another buy ladder right here. So what am I doing? I am looking for prospective bottoms and laddering in. And if they're wrong, it's okay. I got plenty of cash to ladder in my entry more. And in my 20 plus years, I have not identified any method that would allow you to gain massive profits. Some people might say, oh, this is the bottom. I got everything all 100% into it. Good. Do that 10 times in a row. Impossible. And I found that in my 20 plus experience, that's not possible. So I took the most de-risking strategy. And that de-risking strategy is to raise the cash, have plenty of cash available, and ladder my ladder. Using my technical analysis, identify potential bottoms, ladder in, ladder in. That was not it. Ladder in again on the lower bottom. You might be saying, but Hedge, this is really low, losing money when you're down here. So it is losing money when you're down here. Absolutely. You're right. Good math. But this is how it works. Once the correction hits either a permanent bottom or a temporary bottom, whichever one it is right now, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. No one knows. If this was the permanent bottom, we start going up higher, I get what's called a zip-up effect. By the time prices are up here, I'm overall profitable. This is profitable. This is profitable. This is really profitable. So it's almost like outlasting a Chinese water torture in a correction. But having a little better chance than that because you're going to effectively utilize probability-based technical analysis to help you identify potential bottoms. And by laddering in, you're de-risking yourself away from buying. Let's say I bought everything here thinking, oh, this is the bottom. 100% of my cash is going to go here. Oh, yeah, great profit. And then we start seeing a lower low and I have no more cash. I'm screwed. Into mortification, emotional distress because of lower lows. But if I bought some here, when lower low, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I can get a better price. Look at that. Now some here. This looks like a good one. I think it's going to go lower low. Okay, let's see. Cast the ladder around here. Made my ladder entry again. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ladders. And that allows me to have the empowerment sense, the sense of empowerment that cash at hand gives you as both an investor and trader to come into a bloodbath when others are panic selling and freaking out, to wade through the bloodbath and start buying your laddered entries. That is true contrarian in my opinion. I don't know of any, just because if you think, oh, this is the bottom in one single swoop entry and buy it here, doesn't necessarily make you a consistently performing contrarian. It makes you pretty lucky that you got the bottom. Now do that 10 times in a row. What I can do 10 times in a row is ladder my entry using my technical analysis in prospective bottoms. Because this correction too, I said before, shall pass. And this will pass. Now, this is not my primary. Bear that in mind. No way is this my primary. Short-term count, I think we need to go here. Let's see what happens. I hope this has been helpful. And I made it a little longer than usual since I had not posted video yesterday. As always, I ask you for the consideration of your upvotes, which is very important for me, as well as your follows and your resteams. Thank you and have a great day.